Hey golfers, in this next video I'm going to be talking about clear hips, golf downswing. Keep watching. Hi, it's Troy from hittingitsolid.com here. Thanks for watching. So we're talking about how to clear hips, golf downswing. Now in the downswing, getting your hips to clear is really key and it has a number of benefits, and in the opposite to that, if you don't clear your hips, you can run into a few problems in your downswing. And one of those is if the hips aren't clearing, what will have to happen, if I'm set up here, if I don't clear those hips, get them out of the way, what usually happens with most golfers is they stand up taller, their legs get taller, and they rely on their arms and their hands to square out that club face rather than rotating those hips and coming through with a nice square face. So from face on, that'll look something like this. And if you're this type of golfer, you may have noticed this on video. This is definitely something that you can fix regardless of what handicap you're on at present. So you might look something like this. You'll come through to impact, you'll stand up taller, your hips will basically be fairly square here to the target, they won't be open. Now to get that club face working properly, you'll have to flip your hands over like that to make any sort of decent contact with the golf ball. Whereas if you're someone that can clear their hips, open them up like that, you can get the face square and through to a really nice finish. So getting those hips clear is vital in the downswing. And the other thing that will happen if you don't clear them, if you don't clear the hips, quite often when you stand up, shaft will come down steep, and again you're relying on flipping and a timing thing to make any sort of decent contact with the golf ball. The other thing to remember with clearing hips in the downswing, if you're someone that is standing up taller from this down the line view, if you're someone that's standing up, it's more difficult to rotate those hips and get them open. If you imagine, if I stand up like this, look how much I can turn my hips about this much when I'm in that standing up position. If I use the ground and really rotate, I can really get them open and really working the ground for power. I can shallow the shaft easier by clearing those hips, and I can get into a great impact and then follow through position. Now, depending on how much forearm rotation you get will depend on how much your hips need to open. Someone like Jim Furyk, for example, he gets really open hips at impact. He really has to clear them out of the way. He gets into a position like this where they're really open, really clear, and that's because he doesn't get much forearm rotation. Because his forearms aren't rotating over much, he needs to really open, clear those hips, get that face through square, and he's one of the straightest hitters that there's been on the PGA Tour. So depending on any sort of forearm rotation you get will depend on how much you need to clear those hips. But one thing is for sure, you do need to clear your hips in the downswing. So coming up, let's look at some ways we can build this into your game so you can make a great downswing. Alright, here's a couple of ways to start with to help you clear your hips in the golf downswing. So the first thing you can do, and this one is super simple, I'll show you it from the face-on view. As you're set up to a ball, a lot of golfers I see when they're set up in their stance, they'll have their feet pointing pretty much straight at the ball or straight in this direction here, on this angle here. And what that does is, it's fine for your backswing, for making a turn, but on the follow through, it restricts your hips from opening as much as what they could, or clearing when you've got that foot pointing, your lead foot pointing straight ahead. It really restricts it turning. So here's a simple thing that you can do next time you're on the tee. Just open up that left foot. You can open up the right one a little bit as well, but open up that left one just a little bit like that, so it's pointing a little bit more of an angle. And what that does, as you come down, makes it easy to clear those hips in the downswing and through. You don't want to overdo it and turn it too much, because that will restrict you on your backswing. If you turn it too much this way, it'll make it more difficult to make the turn on the backswing. So this is something you've got to practice and sort of find a happy medium that will work for you. Now, the other key you can do for clearing your hips at the start of the downswing, this is really simple. This one will work fantastic for you. As you start your downswing, you'll see the top players doing this. As you get to the top, as you start your downswing, just get a little squat move. Really press into those legs and just push into the ground. As you put pressure into your lead side, through to your impact position there. That helps you stay in posture, you won't early extend, and it makes it much easier to clear your hips in the downswing. All right, now here's a couple more coming up. Okay, a couple more great ways we can clear those hips in the downswing. Set up here down the line. What I would like to see you do is your lead hip, or your left hip for a right-hander, as we're coming into our downswing, is really feel like you're pushing it back in this direction here, and really getting it out of the way. All the really great players down at impact, they're pushing that lead hip out of the way, and it gives you room for your hands and arms to come through the hitting zone on a nice inside-outside path and through to your finish. Now, tying in with that, another great thing, another great feel, I guess it is like to really feel pressure going into that heel of that left foot. Because when you do that, I'm really pushing into the ground with that heel. As I'm pushing in there, I can get those hands and arms through the golf ball and really get some energy from the ground, some power from the ground into a nice balanced finish. So those two keys will just help you clear those hips much easier in that downswing. You've probably seen guys like Bryson DeChambeau recently, who's hitting the ball a mile. You'll notice with his left foot post impact, he'll hit the ball and you'll see this left foot, it'll spin like that. It'll spin around like that because he's got all this pressure in that heel in the ground, and he's putting so much pressure, he spins and his hips clear so far, right around well past the finish position. I mean, that's an extreme example, but that just shows you how important clearing those hips are in the downswing. So really important. I've got another video coming up. Now it ties in really well with this video to help you make a great downswing. It's called Right Side Bend in the Downswing. So make sure you watch it. It'll help you make a great downswing. It's coming up. Do you want to know how to make an even better downswing? Click and watch the video on your screen now. It's going to go into more detail about how to get right side bend in the downswing. Now this goes hand in hand with this video and is a must watch. Do you want to know how to play even better golf? Consider subscribing to the channel. And remember, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I will get back to you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.